more than 5.
Hello, we're starting. I didn't give them any warning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stars Without Number, Abaddon. We're here. I can hear myself. That's not ideal. It's week 9, season 3, week 9. Here we go. I'm on it. I'm on it this week. The cams are meh. I didn't realize they were this meh. Let me speak. No, let me fix what someone else speaks.
Yo. Hi,
Thank
everyone.
you, Liam.
I'm Liam. I
Liam.
run this mess
Shit
of a
show.
game. Why do I hear myself every now and then?
Because you
Matt,
have the stream unmuted or someone's
don't.
or echoing.
I'm getting an echo of someone.
It must be me. Let me turn the volume down.
It's definitely you.
How dare you?
Look, man, you were bragging so hard about your quick setup, but you didn't do it right.
I did do it right. I just forgot to turn the volume down.
Sure.
So,
Oh God.
this is Stars Without Number, Abaddon, dude. Why is Quack the chat?
It's for some reason that broke. I guess I didn't set up everything. This quick setup has been this shit show. Oh God.
It hasn't worked.
Good work.
It hasn't worked. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, nut's going to become massive. Nut is
What?
all.
Not as all consuming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Enough. Yeah,
I'm
this
trying.
is Stars. We roleplay. Who can what do you want to do first? Matt, look, man, you tell me. You want to do the character recap, or do you want to go through what happened last time?
The first thing we do is roll for HP.
Oh shit, we leveled up, didn't we?
We do that.
But before you guys roll for HP, I need to make sure that people can see the rolls for
Didn't do
HP.
that.
So someone say
We
something.
didn't do that.
We didn't do
Yeah.
that.
So what's happening?
Liam, explain what stars is.
That might be a good idea.
Sure, I'll do that. So Stars Without Number is a role-playing game, akin to Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons is probably the most famous one.
Yeah.
It's traditionally where everyone sits around a table and you have your dice and you roll your dice, and the dice will tell you what happens. In this, we use a program called Roll20, which does all the dice rolling for us. We don't have physical dice, at least most of us probably do have physical dice, but we don't use them here.
I do have physical dice.
What we use here is a platform called Roll20, which as Matt has there, if I were to roll the dice, it will pop up in that window. Which will give us a result. So I rolled a d20 and I rolled a 4, which is just a shit roll, which is typical. I am the game master. I run the game. I am the universe. As I have
the
said
universe.
as I have said to Matt, which is one of my favorite quotes I think I've ever said, and it's the most me pretentious shit thing I've ever said in my life. Was not that was God is a character. God is merely a character that I control.
Hail
That's
him.
because there's a NPC called God in this game, not because I literally control God.
So he does.
In this world, yeah. If God exists in this world, I literally control God. So
I keep trying to poke God.
set the story, I direct the events, and I have created the world.
Good screen, Matt.
The other 3 people here are my players. So they have characters, and they act out those characters in the situations in which I put them in, and they affect what happens based on their decisions. It is... You can think of games like this, like of Stars Without Number and D&D, like an RPG, like Skyrim, right? But it's Skyrim if when you walked up to when an enemy attacked you in the middle of the road, instead of having the only option be attack back or run away, the options can be literally anything you think of, and that's why I love this so much. You have infinite possibilities. If I put one of these players in a situation, the only limit to what they can do, or what they can try to do, I should say, is their own imagination, their own thoughts, their own...
And the dice.
That's why I said try. Their own a reason and ability to think through a situation as their character is the only thing that limits them on what they can and can't try. Try is because after they said they want to do something, I'll probably ask them to roll the dice, and that doesn't always go well for the characters, which is what leads to even more interesting things, and more challenges and more conflict, which the characters have to overcome. To give a brief rundown of the universe and world in which we are playing, this is Abaddon. This is the third season of Abaddon. We have played, us and this group of players have played through 3 seasons at this point with different characters in each season. The first season was a near sci-fi setting, so close to our time now, in which the characters started a revolution on Mars. They caused Mars to rebel against the Earth, against the Earth overlords. In season 2, they took the Earth Navy, which was coming down to crush the Martian rebellion directly after the events of season 1. They ended up turning on Earth and starting
the Earth exploded.
Galactic civil war. The Earth exploded, which basically screwed humanity. Fast forward a few hundred, well, I can't remember, 1,000 years.
The part where my character basically just doomed humanity for a few thousand years.
You did. Fast forward 1,000 or so years, we are here. Corporations control almost everything, and that was kind of set up by the most powerful faction that was left after season 2 was a corporate faction. So they had the most influence and power and control going into the following recession, which led us to where we are here. Do you guys want to introduce your characters?
Who would like to go first? I'm still scrambling to shut up.
Why don't we go? Go Quack.
I am playing a character called Tail Domingle. She is a not older, probably be early 30s, aged female who is very thin, looks quite sickly, with barely any hair. Her eyes are green but quite bloodshot. She wears rags and is not very well kept. She stands awkwardly, and there is also a glowing purple tattoo on her neck. And yeah, she is a very strange person. And
in game terms, what are you? What can you do?
In game terms, I am a psychic, which means I can do weird mind fuckery. Basically, I can fuck with people with my brain and do stuff like this if I press the correct button. Let's press that one. I can see where other psychic people are, or I can make people forget about me.
Oh,
it's quite useful. And plus, I get to speak with God every now and then. Not God the character, God the entity.
I need to scroll down. There we go.
Miriam?
This is what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm playing Miriam Santos, the only sane person in this conflict.
I mean,
blessed with a non-existent conscience, a freelance assassin, corporate troubleshooter, expert in homicide, murderer for profit, and just the average salesperson, really.
Miriam's a pilot.
I'm pretty sure Miriam's just the trader, right?
She's a merchant. She sells things.
Everyday businesswoman.
Yep.
Everyday business requires a sniper rifle, just so you know.
It certainly does.
Yeah. Think Kate Beckinsale from Underworld with black hair, blue eyes, nice clothing, usually in black, and I have a puppy dog thing that I sometimes play with.
Hell yeah. All right.
There's no guns whatsoever around me at all times. There's just no guns at all. Never. People just die. They fall around Yeah, they just die.
Just randomly fall
That's
down
all
and
they do.
die.
She never kills them, but
Yeah.
sometimes they just die.
Yep.
And Olga?
Oh God, how do I do this? I play Olga. I'm Matt. I play Olga, the Herald Olga. We are a psychic artificial intelligence in the body of a clockwork creation.
He's the weirdest thing here.
Yeah. My face. I have two faces. I have my inner face, which is like a bronze plate. It's got it's bronze plate. That has let me see if I can get this quickly. They have blue irises made out of blue eyes rather made out of gemstones. The entire isle is made out of gems. The interface is like a bronze face, and there's an outer face that sits around it like this that is made of like white porcelain material, something like that has fine cracks running through it, I think. Like hundreds of fractures running through it, thousands potentially, tiny little fractures. And that has a pair of eyes as well, one here and one here. Those are red. And the center of Olga's head is a closed, on the center of Olga's bronze face, their inner face is a closed fifth eye. Beyond that, they have a very large jester's cap that is gold and black, I think. I haven't described this for a while. It's been a while. He's a mess. And
what are you currently wearing?
Oh God, we'll get to that. There's 6 points. I think there's 6 points to the jester's cap. Each have a tiny bell at the end. There's a jester's collar as well with 3 points, all with bells. Olga also has a bunch of gears you can see in between the two faces. Olga's body is made completely of bronze, bronze-like material, and they are currently wearing a green toga as if they were a Greek scholar. They also have a couple weird spider things that hang out around them. One at the moment. Olga is here. Like this is what nuts. Where are? Olga is like an inquisitive, wants to know answers to all the questions. Olga is very naive. We are trusting. Olga wants answers to all the questions. They want new experiences. They're like a newborn baby with the knowledge of the entire internet. They just don't understand it yet. They want to understand humanity and how the world works. And he's learning it from a crazy psychic lady and a psychopath. That's Olga.
Another psychopath and someone who's incredibly forgettable.
Yes. I don't know who you're talking about though. I forgot him.
There are 2 other people on the crew who you may meet later.
I should also mention that Olga has a bunch of weird psychic powers and does a lot of stuff with time. And it gets a bit wild.
I also do weird stuff with time.
All right.
Why does Olga sound like Ultron?
No comment.
All right.
Right. Let's roll hit points.
So, after all that,
God, yeah.
What happened last week, guys?
Hit points, Liam.
Oh, fine. Do that first.
We need to do hit points, my guy.
Hey, I get 1 extra hit point.
All right.
So what's happening at the moment is last week the players leveled up, so they get to get more, well, in theory, get more health. So essentially they re-roll all of the dice that could make up their health, and the result is, if it's higher, then
Liam freezes.
So Tail originally had 17.
So I went up 1.
So Tail originally had 17. She rolled an 18 now, and therefore she gained 1 hit point. Same with Miriam, who had 24 and is now up to 30. And Olga, who had
15 and is now up to 23.
And is now up to 23.
I rolled shit.
So, yeah, some good rolls all around, apart from Quack, who rolled 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, which is almost perfect if you had 1 more dice and had rolled a 4. Sweet. All right, cool.
Matt rolled 2 6s.
So
I rolled very well.
Nice.
For the third time, I asked.
Yeah. So
What
what
happened last
happened
week?
last time?
I'm gonna let
we
Nut
are
explain
on
this one.
we're on Galatea, a planet that is one of the only planets without um, a corporate overlord. As of
That's another
yet.
thing we should explain. Everything in this galaxy is currently owned by evil corporations.
Excuse me.
I did
Excuse
evil.
me.
They're not evil.
Applying such definitions on corporations is not functional. It's not reality as you define it.
No, of course not. They're not evil,
they're
legally
just
speaking.
extra-national entities that have overstepped their mandate and become governments in their own rights.
And what
they
has
employ-
Miriam done?
Yeah, they employ a bunch of people, and right now we are on Galatea, one of the only free planets of this entire sector, and it's currently under blockade by one organization that are mercenary called the
Mercenary
Black Sun.
psychics.
Yep. Who are unhappy with the status quo. They would like to pressure these free people to give up their liberty in favor of a more corporate solution. And they hired us to go down. Well, they hired me to go down to the planet and kill all
Originally,
of
we
the
came here
leaders.
for completely different reasons.
After which, we went down to the planet. I told them to make me Empress of Galatea. They refused. But they were willing to offer me a seat in their government. So I said yes to that. So ostensibly, I'm helping them now. When I'm going to a third corporation called the Yansar Protectorates, and they originally, they have signed a charter that says they respect the individual rights of the people of Galatea, but they're actually just playing this corporation and these people, and they want a revolt, and they want to show people that this individualism thing with the government stuff, it's old-fashioned and it's really just doomed for failure. So they're now paying us as well to show the world that this government thing isn't really going to work out. And we're now on planet. There's some idea that we're supposed to help a lot of these people who are on the planet who are not psychics, who are just kind of living on subsistence from whatever they can get.
So on this planet, which is free from corporate rule, you have the psychics, who are your higher society, your academics, your people who are living in better circumstances. What Augur was shown last week is that the non-psychic people on this planet aren't treated anywhere near as well. They are second-class citizens. They are essentially forced laborers. And I think look, it's a 50-50 whether it was whether the entity that showed Augur this was showing Augur to show him to be helpful, or to try and turn Augur against these people. But now Augur has essentially attempted to try and convince everyone that they should be helping the lowly poor citizens of Galatea. Now, Miriam, was there an indication that you were wanting to head off planet to see a flesh crafter?
There was one other thing that happened,
but we are getting our ship refitted still, and it's probably
I mean that's probably done, right? Like by the time we come back.
There was one other thing that happened as well.
Yeah, sure.
While those guys were off on the talking with the corporations, Tail was on planet talking with the local psychic researchers when they helped her, giving her some drugs to fix her mind temporarily. She took them, and then she literally was spoken at by God when she tried to contact the psychic maelstrom. At least what she believes is God. It's hard to know.
Yeah, so there's behind the reason psychic powers work and how ships can get from point A to B super quick is through a thing called the maelstrom, the psychic maelstrom. This is a like a space outside of space.
The way I imagine it is the area between separate universes.
Yeah, it could be. It's space that isn't real, and it's everywhere. It's everything. And to use psychic powers, you connect to this in some way, and it allows you into its power. And Tail has now spoken to something within the maelstrom that I think she has construed as a religious entity, but.
It told her we are watching.
Yeah.
In the voice of her friend Olga.
Yeah. It certainly did.
Not
all right.
creepy at all.
Second time she's heard that message.
Cool. So, yeah, I guess Miriam, what are we doing? The ship is probably done. Enough time has probably passed with you on planet doing small nothings.
Yeah, I was gonna have a meeting with the council, the academics, after like a week of time. They were like, yeah, we're gonna assemble next Friday. So I'm gonna leave planet after that, and then.
So we've got like several days. I also think we need to.
We have some days.
I think we also were planning to sow the seeds of rebellion among the workers.
What's this we you're talking about?
Yeah, I think Augur was planning that.
I don't know. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Augur, I can help you.
That's what we said.
Oh yes, the non-royal we.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I want to start with that because that's something a bit different. Augur, do you enlist anyone else in these plans, or?
We would ask Miriam because it's Miriam. Miriam has agreed with Yansar that she will help them do this.
I don't know. Do you know that?
You don't.
I don't know that. I don't even know. I don't even know where.
You do know that you want these people to have a great future.
Yeah, but Augur doesn't know. I forgot all of that. We forgot all of that conversation. So Augur doesn't even know about the seeds of rebellion. That is not something that Augur is aware of.
Yeah, Augur just wants.
You do know that Miriam has promised to help you with those people to get them the best deal ever.
So Augur would ask Miriam.
Okay, let's play out the scene. Let's see how that happens. So where do we see you, Miriam? I imagine Augur comes to find you. So where do we see you?
Oh man. I think this is going to be off the campus. It's like going to be like, well, wherever they meet, it's just going to be like, let's take a walk. Come with me, and we'll just head off to like a restaurant or a nightclub or whatever works for amenities in terms of not being on the campus.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick anything that would be in a normal city. You can pick. They're not on lockdown, so you can go wherever you want.
There is no coronavirus in space.
Not yet.
No, there is. We've already seen much worse.
Whatever
much
passes
worse.
for like a garden of sorts. Like, I don't know if they have a park, but
no, absolutely. There's like a designated green space, right? Most cities, even space stations, have this sort of thing.
This is a planet with human immiscible biosphere, so I'm just like, there's probably a park still.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, all built up areas have to, like, by mandate, have to have something like this.
Do these people really follow mandate though?
Who knows?
the city was designed and built in a time where they did. So like the original inhabitants
True.
did. So
Okay, so yeah, I guess Olga finds Miriam in a park.
No, it's like you walk to Miriam and she's like, "All right,
Yeah,
let's
that
talk."
makes more sense.
And then she takes you to the park, and she sits down, and you have the sound of the park around you, and she says, "Well, I have been looking into this promise you made me make to acquire your help.
And
Well, I have 3 problems.
only 3? That doesn't seem like many.
Well, no. Well, yes. These are 3 problems that will lead to more problems, but really there are 3 problems. One, the people who we are talking with don't have many great ways to communicate with each others.
What people?
These local miners, the crews, they spend all the day working. Most of them.
Because, and this is their word, we learnt it recently, they are oppressed.
Yes. This is true. But to unoppress them, to make them unite, to make them understand that they have a certain amount of leverage, and to make them all stick to it, you need to have a way to communicate with more people at the same time without everyone whom they are working against knowing what's happening.
Miriam, you are aware that they have comm devices, yes?
Yes.
Not good
What we
enough?
need is what we need is a communication central, switchboard, some place to give messages to people without and coordinate with them without the people who oppress them knowing.
You want to go analog. We like it.
This is problem number 1: communication.
Okay. Sure.
There is no central place to communicate with these people discreetly. We'll have to make it up as we go. There has to be some sort of rogue satellite uplink, some sort of communications equipment on planets where we can just talk to people, or some sort of psychic message to tell people what to do. One or the other will do.
Well, the psychics are the ones oppressing them. We don't probably want to use them. And why they all congregate in the same areas, why not just have a meeting after work shift? A union meeting. We're forming a union. That's a word we learnt.
Yes, unions are very loud. And the people who would be forming them are already known quantities. I'm pretty sure if these academics do their work, they will know the names of these people and take care to put them on different shifts. It's going to be hard to coordinate properly. My point is, we need to get messages to these people without notice. So, just so we're clear, I understand your point, but working area is likely surveilled, and we'll need a quieter method, not just showing up in person.
Wouldn't it be incredibly obvious if we moved the entire miner population out of the mines into somewhere quiet? Wouldn't?
Yes.
Also, this place has access to very powerful precognitive psychics anything that we plan, they probably are aware of.
Not necessarily true.
Well, I would imagine.
When you look into a
Hmm?
future, normally you have to ask a question. You have to look for the thing you want to see.
Yes.
Yes. That's why we make no such plans.
No plans at all?
We make plans, but we don't. We have to personally stay out of them.
That's not how time works, Miriam. Time doesn't
Of course it
care
is.
if you stay out of it or not.
If people are say you're the psychic university teacher you talked with, the one who you showed things to.
You're talking
Say
about
he asks
David
a question
Solas.
to the future. Yes. Say he asks question to the future. Do you think he would ask, is there a future where Miriam Santos, the newly appointed governor or whatever rank I have, I forget.
Council member?
Probably he will ask where I am in all of this. And if there is no future where I do anything, he won't notice.
Well, if we were the head of a precognitive department with many precogs under us, we would get at least one of them who could see at least a week into the future and say, hey, you over there, person that I'm in charge of, on a daily basis, say, hey, is there anything going to go wrong this week? And usually, the way time works, we get shown the most important parts of it. And if someone, something bad happens or something good happens, that's what we're normally shown.
Yes, but you don't know why, usually. Right?
No, never. Time is very
Exactly.
confusing.
So my plan is find a way to communicate with these people, make sure they know what to do.
Okay.
And
That's your
don't
plan?
do anything ourselves. Preferably very little.
All
Or
right.
at least, maybe if you can manage, work against it or be on the team player side with the psychics.
We don't understand why we have to be so secretive about setting up a union meeting with the council.
And preferably, we want to start talking to the psychics, not the workers.
Of course. So we can negotiate fair trade and fair livelihoods.
No, so that we can find out who can be bribed to our side.
Oh, bribery. Exciting.
Preferably all the people who can see in the future see the kind of future that they want to see. So if we tell them these things will happen anyway, why not just, make sure everything works out?
That's not how time works, but we understand your point. But again, why are we being so secretive about setting up a meeting between the miners and the administrative branch of the planet?
Well, this is not just about this planet. This is about what comes after, when they leave.
When who leaves?
The people you've promised, essentially, that, yeah, sure, we'll look into making people leave.
They don't all want to leave. Only some of them.
No, but some of them. So problem number one, it's hard to communicate with these people in secret.
We could
Problem number two.
Mm.
Problem number two. This planet does not sustain life. At least not this kind of life. You can't walk out into the forests and hunt a barbecue to eat for dinner.
Of course you can. It's just not edible.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
Digestible. Well, it will kill you if you digest it.
Yes. Problem number 2. These people don't really live here. They are just squatting.
Wouldn't that be problem number 3?
No. Problem number 2 is this planet is fucked up from the get-go. It doesn't sustain life. If you can change that, the situation changes.
We can't change that. We have the tech. Well, we have the idea of the tech. We don't have access to the tech. We don't have the funding for the tech. There's a conundrum.
There are ways to either make that happen or not make that happen. Yes. Like I said, it's a long shot.
We just had a fantastic idea.
Not sure I like what I'm hearing, but
it's
okay.
going to require the help of David. Professor Solas.
Yes, I know who David. It is. I just don't know what you need his help for.
He is potentially the most powerful psychic we have ever met. He has knowledges and abilities related to precognitive studies that astounds us. We were briefly connected with his mind. And the things that we had access to, what we could do, we could very potentially just
you tried doing something with him, you fell on the floor and were not operative for a while.
Not that. He has the potential to set things in motion, to set... He has the potential to guide everyone's path down the web to the present that we want. He can guide us to the present that we need to go to.
Well, yes. That's what I'm saying. Get him on your side.
Sure.
If you can.
He could probably, quote unquote, force Yansar, by guiding them down the web of time, to invest in this planet's biosphere, invest in the tech.
Probably, but there's a problem with getting Yansar on board in that there's a corporate blockage from these other guys.
They are inconsequential compared to Yansar. But Yansar is neutral in this. They don't have a problem with Black Suns.
Miriam literally doesn't know how to respond.
Okay. Mind the mumbo jumbo timey stuff. It's in the box. Yes, you have the box. Try to use
it would
the
happen.
Box.
Okay.
So these are the 2 problems I said, yes?
Sure.
There is a lack of communication between people who we would want to communicate with, and a lack of facilitating that communication. There is a lack of food because the planet is fucked, or at least the people and the planet don't. Yes, the people and the planet don't really have a distinct identity. Galatean is not really like a Martian term. This is just a planet they're squatting on.
It would be a Galatean term, and of course it's not a Martian term. It's ridiculous, Miriam.
You get my point. We have to be able to feed these people and make the planet feed them. It currently doesn't.
Which our point was, we could probably, David Solas specifically, would be able to, in a year, get the planet, well...
We don't have a year. The revolution is coming in 3 months.
Revolution? What? Why are you talking about revolution,
On a completely unrelated
Miriam?
note, my Spotify has started playing Disney music.
Top tier.
I don't know why or how.
The corporate Black Sun blockade will intensify. The people will get less food. They will eventually just stop working. The psychics will impose whatever embargoes they can, and shit will go down very badly.
This has come out of nowhere, Miriam. Revolution? What kind of idea is that? Who? Miriam, that's naughty. We can
What?
negotiate with the university.
The university.
Revolution.
Did you? You did not attend the meeting I attended. Yes, this is the reason for your optimism. These people are invested in the things being as they are.
That doesn't make sense.
The psychic people who do not, who the psychic people produced this reality where the people are oppressed. They are not going to unmake it out of their own free will.
Who gave you this idea of revolution, Miriam? This is your idea?
You did.
That doesn't sound like your idea. You're a
No,
profits
you did.
person.
You
Excuse
did.
you? That doesn't sound like something we would come up with. That is quite frankly ridiculous. On an unrelated note, should we mention that during the Yansar meeting, our memory blocked out for a span of about 10 minutes?
Yes, let's not talk about those 10 minutes. All I'm saying is, during those 10 minutes, you proposed a violent revolution, overthrowing everyone.
That is highly preposterous, Miriam. That doesn't...
Nevertheless, since you cannot remember, I must remember for you.
We proposed a violent revolution?
No, but what you said was basically what was going to happen, yes.
Well, isn't that exciting?
So, this is why we need a means of communication.
We could set up a analog system of communication for the miners. It wouldn't be digital, it wouldn't be traceable. Depends how analog you want to go, though. There's... Well, we could go very
So
analog.
long as it can't be traced back to me or anyone else using it, it's fine.
So not smoke signals. Got it.
Yes. Preferably piggyback it off of whatever satellite they have in orbit. It should be easy to set up.
Oh, we're terrible when it comes to computers. We were thinking...
Says the computer.
Or get a psychic to do it. It's not the preferable method, but it could work.
No. We've got ideas.
Well, all right. So problem number 1, communication. Problem number 2, this planet sucks. And the people are squatting here. They are not really Galateans. They are just people.
Okay. We don't have a solution to that. We don't have the funding necessary to force... We don't have a solution to that.
Problem number 3.
Oh, we're finally at the elusive problem number 3.
We are going to leave this planet for a while to let things stew for a little bit.
Now?
No, I'm going to a meeting in a day's time with these academics. We have a little bit of time. But the ship is getting ready, it's getting fixed, and we are going to leave and talk to... I'm not entirely sure who it is. They gave me directions, but they should help. They should be able to help.
Okay. We have a solution to one of your problems.
That's good. I'm sure it's the communication problem, but...
Of course. We're going analog.
How?
How would you react if we said it was a surprise?
How much is the surprise going to cost me?
Oh, nothing. Not at all. Why would it cost you? Well, it could cost you if you wanted. We would
How much are
appreciate
you
your
paying
funding.
for this surprise?
We have the materials necessary already. But more
Okay.
materials would always be happily accepted.
Do you need help with the surprise? Should I send Ethan?
You should. You should also go buy something. Or Ethan can. Or Green can. Or Tail. Maybe not Tail. But you should.
Okay. What am I going to buy?
We will send you a list.
Oh god. Fine, send me the list.
Okay. Olga nods, promptly turns around and walks out of the garden. And then you get a ding on your compad. It's a shopping list. Various bits of random bits involved, just scrap material. But Olga has requested 100,000 credits worth of scrap material.
Did anybody else notice Liam just destroy the planet?
Yes. Olga has requested 100,000 credits worth of scrap material. Random crap. It's very detailed list. Like 2x4, 2 inches by 3 inches wide piece of pipe, a gear valve meant for a boiler that was built in the 32nd century. Just a very detailed random list of stuff. Wiring that is made for an RC car that was a limited edition run of Hot Wheels. Specific stuff.
I send a message back and I say, I cannot buy this.
You get a message back that says, do your best, smiley face. Then a separate message which is a winky face.
No, get the people to buy this.
If you get another one, if you can't afford it all, no, you don't get another one. You don't get another one.
Oh.
That's it.
What a bastard.
Look, August shooting for the moon. Hopefully, August hoping that you'll just fund their addiction to spare parts for the next forever.
Yeah, you just get a message saying, no, I am not doing this. I'm not playing your game.
The plan is doomed.
Yep. And Miriam goes back to the office and she says, Ethan, go talk to Augur. He has a job for you. He's terrible.
Liam's muted. No,
okay.
he's not.
He gets up and leaves. I will always be muted, but I'll always notice before you say something. Yeah, he says, okay, and he gets up and heads over
Except
to
when you don't.
to Olga. Apart from I always do, unless I'm starting a stream, in which case I probably won't notice. So definitely not done that before.
Stream for like an hour before someone told you.
Cool. Not that long. Jeez, what do you think? Wow.
You streamed for like half an hour until I joined the chat and I told you that you weren't talking.
No, I had muted the microphone like maybe 5 minutes before you came on, and then forgot to unmute because I sneezed really fucking loud. Okay, whatever. Ignoring my sneeze. Did anyone do anything in before we time skip a bit?
Yes.
Yo.
Tail wants to go talk with Augur.
All right, let's play out this. Augur, we find you in your workshop. What do we see?
Oh, do we have access to the ship?
No, I guess the university's workshop. The ship is being retrofitted.
Okay, yeah. So, okay, yeah. Augur,
or the inside of the shuttle that I guess you could just use.
That has been the 100% that has been retrofitted. That's the first thing Augur and Ethan did was retrofit that into a workshop. There is like 3,000 credits worth of spare parts just lying everywhere.
All right.
Stuff has been worked on the bench.
Augur, we need to talk.
Agreed. We love talking.
I need to talk with you about something in particular. Something happened yesterday, or Actually, I don't know how long it's been.
Careful, Ethan. We're watching.
Does Ethan drop something? But
Oh.
yeah, I spoke. Well, I was given something that cleared my mind for a while. It helped, and then I did the thing and connected to the maelstrom, the void. It spoke to me.
Again?
It said the same thing. It's we are watching, but this time you said it.
We weren't there, Tail.
I know you weren't there, but you said it. I heard you.
What did we say?
You said
The
we are
same?
watching, the same thing as before.
We are watching.
We are watching. It was your voice. Yours is the only voice that sounds like you.
Why would we say we are watching?
It wasn't you, though. It was
Well,
the
obviously, why would the maelstrom use our voice to communicate to you?
Just quickly, Tail. I don't know if Tail realizes this, but the voice, and this is, I don't even know if we as an audience would know this. And you can decide whether Tail does. But the voice, the first time it spoke, and I don't know if she realized that then, or if she's realized it since, or if she realized it yet. The person who like captured you the first time, that was the voice it used the first time it spoke to you. I don't know if Tail remembers that.
She
or
definitely would
picks that
remember
up.
that. She knows she's
Cool.
scarred by that guy.
Yeah. So it used their voice, whoever that
Like
person
she probably
is.
realized it, but didn't realize it at the same time until now, kind of thing.
Exactly who it is. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me the first time I heard it, the voice. It was him, the one who took me, the one who enslaved me. He was the one who spoke the first time. I didn't realize it until now, and now it's you.
That's very troubling, Tail. You don't think we've captured or enslaved you, do we? Do you?
No. I don't
Why
know why
would-
it was that voice, or why it's your voice now. I just want to understand what the void wants from me.
Was the person that did that to you? Were they chosen by the maelstrom?
No.
That
He was
is troubling.
brutish. He was brutish, worse than Miriam.
Well, Miriam's not brutish at all.
You haven't met Miriam then.
No, she's very violent, just not brutish. What do you think it is, Tail?
I don't know, but I need to know. It speaks to me, and I want to speak back to it, but every time I try, I can't. These help. I show like small little vial of tablets, but it's not enough.
What are those?
What was her name? Who gave them to me?
I got it.
Ingrid?
Yeah,
Yep.
Ingrid.
got
Ingrid
it as
gave
well.
them to me. She said they would help clear my mind for some time. They work, but they don't last very long.
What do you mean clear your mind? To the degree of when you're aboard the Abaddon? Or when you're aboard the Appleton?
No, that was painful. Screaming. This was literally clearing the fog.
That is. How many do you have?
I used one, so 23-ish.
23. Yeah.
Yeah, 23.
You can say no, and we will completely understand. But may we take one? See if we can understand it.
Won't do anything for you, will it? Do you eat?
Olga stares at you deadpan. Yes, Tail. We eat regularly. We consume tea as much as we possibly can. We love to eat. We enjoy the taste of food.
Completely goes over Tail's head. Oh,
Tail, that is incredibly insensitive of you to ask.
what do you mean?
We don't have taste, but we can't digest anything, Tail. The taste of anything isn't something that we are able to enjoy. Please be more considerate.
What are you?
Olga sounds very serious and stern when they say that.
Okay, here, I give you one of the tablets.
We will try to understand it better. Maybe learn why it helps you.
Might be useful. Why do you think I heard you and Edred?
What do you remember of your first encounter with that man?
He attacked my home, took my friends and family. He was their leader, but he wasn't the only one. When I first met him face to face, he attacked me and hurt me. He was the one in charge of me and the others. I don't know what happened to them, but I was with him for years.
May we ask a question?
The one who did this. I pointed to the tattoo.
May we ask a question that may be troubling?
Okay.
When you were under this, when you were a slave, did you ever use your abilities for them? Did they ever ask you to do that?
I don't remember much. Everything from then was blurry except the most painful stuff.
Do you remember the moment when he branded you?
Yes.
Would you mind sharing that with us?
It'll hurt.
It might help us understand better. Help you, potentially. Will it hurt you or us?
Both.
And if you do not want to do it, we understand.
I will try if you feel it will help.
We don't know until we try. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Or fortunately. It depends how you look at it.
Okay then. And Tail goes she goes to take a seat on a nearby seat that's probably covered in crap she knocks over. And then starts connecting to Olga.
Yeah, I don't resist. We don't resist.
Yay.
Oh god, that's
and
so much.
And now I
depth.
get to use my new power.
And
Matt, this will hurt.
Wait, what? I don't have any HP left, dude. So if this is going to do damage to me, like...
Wait, why don't you have HP?
What?
Why don't you have HP?
I have 2 HP.
I assume this is the next day after that anyway, so...
So I have 3 HP.
Anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Great.
I told you it will hurt.
Wait, what's this? What are you using? I want to have a look. Oh, I'm going to resist that. I'm going to resist that and... Yeah, I want to resist that because I want the good parts. I don't want the hurty parts.
You still take half damage.
Yeah, okay.
It only knocks you out. It doesn't actually kill you.
Yeah, god damn it. Fucking tail. Oh lord.
The way I see it is telepathic assault from Tail is her remembering the pain she felt when it happened when she was branded
That's really sad,
and
dude.
forcing it on other people.
That's really sad, dude.
Tail's a broken person.
All right. Well, Liam, can I, if I want to get the memories, can I resist it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not
Let's
doing
roll
it to
them.
actually kill you or anything. Like, so
I mean,
Yeah,
you can't kill with it anyway. So
yeah, it
Yeah,
just knocks them out.
Olga wants to resist it or gut like they want to be a strong-minded AI. 18.
So, good work.
cool. Half damage. Roll the damage, please.
How many D6s is it? 66.
Do you want me to say it before he rolls, Matt, or do you
66.
want me to say it after he rolls?
Say it after he rolls.
Okay.
Wait, say what?
Do you want me to say it before or after he rolls? After. Augur is knocked unconscious.
Tails also at half takes half damage as well. The way I'm doing
Describe.
this.
Describe.
tell us what we see,
looks
Quack.
like.
Does he actually see it though?
Wait, before you describe anything, Quack, Liam, is
Yep.
this a memory of the Maelstrom?
No.
This is a memory of Tail?
This is a memory of Tail.
Can I... okay. Can I turn... okay.
I mean, you wanted this, Matt.
I
Go
did.
for it.
I'm fine with this.
What
Yeah.
you see is Tail and several other people all lined up, all completely naked, up against a wall. Every Tail's at the end of a line. The person at the front of the line is screaming and crying. Each time someone's just taken away, each time someone's taken away into the next room, the line gets shorter. Tail the entire time seems quite calm and like her normal self. She seems to be she's clearly a different person, holding herself completely differently. She hurt, like physically hurt, but confident. The line eventually gets to her. She's dragged into a room. In there, we see a man, a huge man, both physically and he's also somewhat fat. He takes Tail he straps Tail into a chair and takes out it would look like a tattoo gun, but it's different. It's larger and there is something off about it. He turns it on and it makes a whirring noise as he begins to tattoo Tail. For the most part, it looks normal, like a normal tattoo. Then at the very end, he presses a button on the device and it shoots out some strain. You can't see what it's injecting, but as it injects, you feel all the pain that it goes through your body.
Yeah. Okay.
And
cool.
and Tail's eyes lock, like you'll see this from Tail's point of view. Her eyes lock directly onto Edward's eyes as she goes unconscious as well.
Do we hear anything from Edward? Does he say anything to Tail?
Yes, he says, "You'll be here forever." Is the last thing she hears.
Fuck
Is that it?
me.
Does he say anything else?
Yes,
like,
but
does he explain anything during the before all that?
Yes,
does he explain anything?
He probably explains how what they are here for, what they are now. He says they are slaves.
Does he use the word slave?
He does use the word slave.
We hear that explanation, and we hear Edward say, you've been taken forcefully, but no one will believe that. You are slaves. But like we overlaid over the top of that, like an echo. We hear a softer voice saying, "The things that you have done were horrific and awful, and because of that, we have no choice but to remove the freedom which you have. You have indebted a debt. You have created a debt, which through your work you shall pay off. And once that debt is paid, you will once again be free. This time, make better choices." And you hear that overlaid over the top of the more aggressive like Edred. You hear both voices kind of interplaying and intermingling. And then the injection happens, the tattoo and the injection. And Edred, so what did you say he said as you fell unconscious? Like, you will be here forever?
Yeah.
He, as we hear you will be here forever in the aggressive Edred voice, we hear the more passive voice say, when your time comes, once again you'll be free. And that's the intermeaning picture as we
Can I use processing to use query data to ask extra questions? An extra
Sure.
question? All right. So can I ask questions about will the answers I get be from what Tail experienced, or can I get answers that the Maelstrom experienced? Like, can I get answers that just happened?
You can ask questions and I will give you answers.
You'll get answers as you saw it, I assume.
If I commit an effort, can I try to make it like a fucky with time thing, so I'm seeing like the time thing, like trying to see back there?
I don't think so. I think you're being seen as direct vision, so you're only seeing this.
Okay. So I would see it like this. I would see what Tail experienced
Visually, yeah.
Yeah. God, I don't know what to ask. I just know I wanted to do it. Quack, do you have any question? Like that you maybe want Tail to like know something, like remember something that I could ask? That's fine. Because Olga would probably want to know that as well.
The only thing I'd want to ask is which voice is the real voice.
That's right. That's kind of where I was going. Yeah, like, yeah, the voices. What's up with that?
But I assume that's not possible to answer.
Ask another question.
Yeah.
Ask another question. Any other questions, Quack, or not? Does anyone have any questions? This feels like something that I should be shilling out to other players more.
I mean, my question is, like, which planet is it?
Oh my god, yes! Tail doesn't remember where she... No, this is why you're here, dude. Fantastic, my guy. Oh my god, that's an amazing question. Yeah, what planet was Tail taken from?
Let me tell you.
Because Tail doesn't remember that, right?
No.
No, you're amazing.
It was...
That's so good. It's so good.
Freeport.
Freeport?
Isn't that the other free planet?
No.
No?
No. The Freeport is not the other free planet.
Does Tail see this as well? Because it's like a weird shared vision thing?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, how do we see that? Like, how's that represented in this?
How
does Tail learn where she's from?
Honestly, I think it's something as simple as, like, in the background of the vision we see, like, on the wall. It says, like, Freeport Administrative Office.
Cool.
On a side note, that's what he looks like minus the earring.
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, I can't show it.
Oh right, yeah, and probably a bit fatter.
Yeah, fatter.
Yeah, another one. I'll give you another one. I didn't answer your main question.
You'll give me another one?
Yeah, I didn't answer your main question, and I'm not going to answer your main question, so you can have another one.
Shit, man.
God, I don't have any. Like, there's nothing that's coming to the top of my head.
There are many questions coming to my head, but it wouldn't make sense to ask them.
Well, what are they?
Like, who were the other people in line with her?
Yeah, that's good. Like, Olga would want to know all these.
Is there any way Tail would remember who they were?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm assuming differently. Like, I'm thinking that
I think you get a list of names, like meaningless names. Some are dead, some are missing, some have locations.
Yeah,
I think one is paid off their debt and is free, or it's listed as freed.
So Tail just like remembers a bunch of people.
Yeah,
Cool. There we go.
Yeah, and
Alright.
then you experience extreme pain that you like physical pain, like in somehow in your skin, which you don't have.
Okay, so you do your psychic shit.
Mhm.
I don't think anything physically changes for Augur. There's a oh my, and then they just collapse. I think they sat down as well because of the previous experiences with psychic bullshittery.
Yeah, that's
And
why I sat down beforehand.
Conk unconscious and like head lolls forward.
Ethan is just standing there with like a wrench or something. It's just
Yeah.
clink.
He drops it.
That hurt. Ethan, you there?
Yes. Should we do something about that? Just like points at Augur, like.
I look over at him and say, probably need to talk with him.
Do you want me to get Miriam?
She can't help. Can you turn him on?
I don't think that's how they work.
You can fix things. He's a thing.
Not really.
He's not a people.
Most people consider them to be.
I don't know what he is.
He's sentient. He thinks in the same way we do. His brain just works differently. There's no off switch. Well, there is, but it's more complicated than that.
Then fix it.
Wow.
So if someone, like a human being, with green, was laying on the floor unconscious, and I turned to you and said, fix it, you could?
Yes, I have a las patch.
But that isn't fixing it.
Oh.
I should make. So I think in the background when Augur passes unconscious, we see the like little spider drone that they have was like holding like a light bulb or something, and it was like starting to screw it in, and as when Augur went limp, the thing just went limp. Its legs went everywhere, and the light bulb broke and crashed. I fell on the table and broke.
So you can't turn him on?
No, he just needs time. Like you would if you were asleep.
Oh. Okay. I'll wait here then. I'll just sit in the chair until he wakes up in 24 hours.
Wow.
And that's
How
the end
long
of that
does-
scene.
How long does it,
It
take me
takes
to wake
24
up from
hours
that?
to regain 1 hit point.
Yeah, but is the
I think that's
psychic
what it
damage
is.
not different than physical?
I don't know, Liam.
I'm not as far as I know.
Oh, it can knock them unconscious for 1 hour.
There we
It
go.
literally
Saying
says
that
it in the
in there.
roll.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then an
So I
hour
go back
later.
to my regular state.
It literally says it just knocks you unconscious. It actually doesn't take hit points, I don't think.
It does.
Well, it does, but
If
you
you
gain
are
those
reduced
hit
to
points
zero.
back?
0 hit points.
This
So you
assault
don't-
cannot kill the
Okay,
target, but knock them unconscious for an hour.
Knock them unconscious for an hour if they are reduced to 0 hit points, after which they wake up with 1 hit
Yeah.
point.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
all right.
Rip. Back
An
at
hour
one, boys.
later, you wake up with 1 hit point. Oh, I should also note, Tail, you didn't hear the second.
I didn't hear the peaceful one. The peaceful.
No, you didn't
Not
hear the,
evil one?
the peaceful Edred. You only heard the aggressive one. Tail,
Yeah.
you heard both. No, fucking Augur, you heard both. Tail, you only heard the aggressive one.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. Whoa, okay. That's important.
So did he hear? So blah, blah, blah. He heard both. I only heard the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You only heard the aggressive, you are a slave, you will never be free one.
Yeah.
Augur heard both.
Okay.
All right. Anything else we want to do?
Well,
before
I want to
your
sneak
meeting?
around and distribute revolutionary papers. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I mean, we can just roll for that. I think we can summarize that as a roll. Really.
Yeah, I want to roll for thing me and Ethan build as well.
Sure. All right. So what are you building? First of all, Olga, explain to us what the fuck you're doing.
Augur is
Before
going to
that,
build.
I just want to say something.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized something. I have done the most damage in this game to Matt.
Yep.
All the damage I have done in this game is only on Matt.
Yep.
I've not hurt anyone else.
Yep.
I have a question for you first.
Yes.
Is comm traffic does that use radio waves?
Or does it use sci-fi magic?
I don't think it uses radio.
Does anyone use radio anymore? Does that exist? Like commonly?
It exists, but I don't think not commonly. No.
Okay.
Matt set up
It's
a
like
ham
I think
radio.
it's like backup emergency channels probably.
Olga wants to set up a short distance. Okay, so Olga's point of reference is like World War II, like code breaking shit, like code machines. For some reason, they've got World War II in their head. It's like all the revolutionary shit. Like that's where their head's gone.
You want to redesign the Enigma machine.
Olga wants to create a pocket portable Enigma machine. Not pocket portable, but like a small. The Enigma machine you could hold in your briefcase.
Yeah, the Enigma
like
machine you could hold in
properly
your briefcase.
analog and everything as well. Like
Yeah,
not
fully
That
analog.
thing was actually clockwork, so that would make sense for Olga to make.
Yeah, that's clockwork Enigma machine. They want to make like several of them that can be connected to each other, so that they can literally give the people like an underground railroad of communication.
Sure.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Let's roll fix.
Yeah. Okay. Can
You get a plus
roll?
one from. You get a
So
plus one from
I haven't finished writing the feat yet, Liam. But my intention would be for my little robot thing to give me a +1 to fix rolls.
Sure.
Okay.
That's fine.
Can Ethan
Doesn't the
roll
post
fix to see if he can give me a +1?
He just gives you a plus one.
Okay, cool. So +2. Mod and then intelligence or wisdom? Intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay. I hope this works. I really want this to work. 10?
Yeah. That's enough. Yeah, you do it. You create
many
your
can-
little roll me 2d8 plus 2
2d8?
plus 2.
15. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, 15 of them.
How many spare parts does it take? Or yeah,
All of it.
all of it?
Yeah.
2,000 credits worth of spare parts? Hot damn.
I think there's a lot of like, we bang this together. Well, that didn't work. Like, a lot of trial and errors. This hasn't been done in like
Ever.
I don't know how to do this anymore.
I don't think this is ever. No, this is straight up clockwork. Like this hasn't been done. This is ridiculous and way too extravagant.
Yeah, since it was actually done in World War II, this probably hasn't been done. So like,
But I guess that was clockwork, wasn't it? Probably.
Yeah.
Would have been gears
It
and
was-
shit. Yeah.
It was gear,
It
not
was.
clock, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, clocks are gears.
yeah, it was clockwork.
Can I reproduce this whenever I need to? Like if I get the spare parts? Like, do I have the blueprints?
Yeah, you have the recipe for it.
What do I call this? Blueprints for portable.
Portable
Enigma
Enigma
machine.
What a mess.
It's great.
This to the people watching. This is why we love this game. These
So
games.
you can do stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Okay. So we have 15 Enigma machines. Yeah. So Olga wants to proudly present that to Miriam.
Okay. How does that scene go? Where do we see
Wow.
Miriam?
Well, I think, well, wherever she's quartered, like she has a office on the campus, but
Yeah.
she's probably found a place to live that's not there.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what that looks like.
Oh man. Yeah, it's probably just like a residence, like on the top floor of like a building block. Yeah, so it's like you have the elevator, you have some stairs, and you get up to the top floor, and
Say again?
Tyrium's probably set herself up in like a penthouse suite, and you see like she's already swept the place for like bugs and shit. So she's found like a quiet
Somebody
corner.
roll for that. Can you roll for that for me?
Yeah, sure.
You can't just say shit like that.
Notice. I can't just say shit like that.
Notice with wisdom.
Yup. That's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe there are no bugs.
Good to know.
You broke all the light bulbs in the apartment.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Olga goes to your apartment.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay, Mira, I'm gonna give you a choice on how that floor looks. Either I'm literally either you get all the bugs, but like you've done it in a super amateurish way, like you just smashed everything, like, or you've done it professionally, but you've missed some you don't know about.
Oh man,